Hello and welcome to Brands Hatch for rounds 9 and 10 of the Protyre Motorsport Ginetta GT Championship. Last time out at Snetterton, a dominant Robert Cronin jumped up the standings to P3, only 5 points behind second place man Harry Gamble. Today, Jack Collins starts in P1 with Cameron Pratt-Thompson just beside him. We are in for a good one.
Jack Collins wins at Brands Hatch. Archie Clark scores some good points in second place. And Robert Cronin third ahead of Hadley Simpson. It is, of course, Nick White who gets the win in the Pro-Am class. And Luke Shaw, who fends off Ali Jafari. Ali did, ironically, finally get ahead of Alex Duncan on the final lap. But it was too little too late as far as a challenge for the Am class win. He didn't have time to go after Luke Shaw in the end. Jack Collins, then, your overall and Pro class winner. And he will be absolutely delighted with that, a first victory in the championship, and the Zentek Motorsport squad will be celebrating tonight, that is for sure.
Robert, that was a very chaotic and in the end quite a short race for you, but a good P3.
Yeah, no, happy with P3. Have to be really. Started P4, so it's quite hard to pass around here, so we got a good start. Could have gone P2, but didn't. So.
Is that just because of the safety car, or did you not have the pace?
No, I felt like we had the pace. We'll see now tomorrow in the longer race. But no, I feel like we should have a bit more pace in the longer race, where a small bit of strategy might come into it. But
well, we know that you have it in you after an excellent performance in Snetterton. What learnings are you taking from last weekend?
None really. Just keep going really and see if we can move up a few more spots tomorrow. Starting a bit further back, but it's a longer race, so see what we can do.
Archie, not just bringing home valuable points, but extending your lead in the championship. What a great race for you.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Obviously, extending my lead was my goal. I'm really happy for Jack because he drove flawlessly. He didn't make a single mistake. I had a lot of pressure from Colin behind me. He was keeping on me. I think at the end of the day, he was a little bit faster than me, but yeah, and I think I got a little bit lucky with a safety car that closed the gap from me to Jack up, but overall I think it was a really good race.
Do you think without the safety car you would have been able to challenge for P1?
It's hard to say because I don't know if at the end of the race I would have been slightly faster and managed to close up the gap, but I think I'm happy with the result. So.
And it sets a great precedent for tomorrow, but a very different race that you'll have to lead.
Yeah, I think I'm starting 6th as well tomorrow, so I'm going to have a little bit more work to do, so I'm looking forward to it and hopefully we can have some more good results.
A great way to start your weekend though, congratulations.
Thank you.
I never really thought I was going to lose it, to be honest. Never really crossed my mind, so I think I had it in the bag when I thought that, so yeah, managed it well I think.
That speaks for itself, having that much confidence in not just the car's pace but your own. Do you think you'll be able to repeat this tomorrow?
I definitely hope so. Yeah, I mean we definitely have the pace as we showed today. We just need to do it for the 40-minute race, and no doubt I know I can, and yeah, we'll give it a really good go.
Yeah, tomorrow's a very different race. Of course, this one even shorter because of the safety car. How much will your strategy have to change?
I think the mindset will stay the same. We just have to have a chat tonight and make sure that we get the pit stop right and everything, and when we pit. But I mean, the car's definitely in a good spot. I'm in a good spot, so I don't see any reason why we shouldn't do as well as we did today.
Nick, yet another strong finish for you. It is heating up in your battle there. Can you tell us what happened with that contact?
Yeah, I mean, it was close all race, and people were making a few mistakes in front. I was pushing as much as I could, and then off the safety car cut the race a little bit short, and I didn't know how many laps we'd have when we got going. It was quite a last second, we're restarting. I was quick off the start, and Gamble was defending immediately in turn 1, turn 2, and I got a good run down into turn 3. Brake got my apex, but you know, it was an unfortunate bit of contact where he turned in. Whether he didn't see me, I don't know. But you know, sometimes that happens. Yeah, it's never intentional, and you always want the race as fair and as clean as you can. But yeah, good result.
Of course, and all of that aside, you look like you have excellent pace.
Yeah, the qualifying was good. I could have gone quicker, if I'm being honest. If I looked at my sectors, but yellow flag didn't help us. That ended the sort of setting fast laps towards the end. But we're on P2 for tomorrow, so that's really the race that really counts. So yeah, looking forward to that.
It's time for race 2 of the Protyre Motorsport Ginetta GT Championship. Yesterday, Jack Collins converted his pole position into a win, but even though he's starting on pole today, things are different. This is a 40-minute endurance race with a pit stop. So will he be able to navigate the strategy challenges, or will someone else take the win away? Let's find out.
At the start of the race, the drama kicked off immediately. Nick White tapped into a spin by Cameron Pratt-Thompson, and just like that, the Pro-Am Championship leader by a single point was out of the race. Archie Clark, the overall and Pro Championship leader, was on his toes, went from 4th to 2nd with this very brave move down Pilgrim's Drop to get ahead of Robert Cronin, his title rival, and Cameron Pratt-Thompson, who again had a less than ideal opening lap. There was a brief safety car period to recover Nick White's car from Paddock Hill Bend, and it was a demon restart for Jack Collins to pull into an immediate lead. Pro-Am Championship contender Harry Gamble, set perhaps to benefit from White's non-finish, then had a drama of his own, a spin at Surtees. He survived it undamaged, but Luke Shaw was not so lucky. The Am Championship leader in the barriers and would eventually retire thanks to the damage. Speaking of damage, there was plenty of that sustained by Hadley Simpson, who within the space of a lap had a collision with Alex Duncan at Graham Hill Bend, and then an even bigger one with Ali Jafali, who at this point was looking set to inherit the Am Championship lead. Jafali thankfully got away with it, but Hadley Simpson's car was stuck in the gravel, going no further. Then came the mandatory pit stops, after which Robert Cronin emerged in 2nd place ahead of Archie Clark and Cameron Pratt-Thompson. That was the best of the battles in the closing stages. Cronin eventually able to hang on. It was a double win at Brands Hatch though for Jack Collins, who got his first 2 victories of the season.
Archie, that was a long, hot race. You were chasing down Robert Cronin at the end there.
Firstly, I couldn't keep up with Jack. He was just down the road. He was too fast, so well done to him. But I was trying my hardest to keep with Robert, but I think that towards the end it got a little bit easier for me as his tyres went off slowly. But I just couldn't get past him, because the first half of the lap's quite a good section for overtaking, but as you get around the back, it makes it a lot harder because it's a lot faster, so you get a lot more dirty air, so he was able to pull away there, but it was a good race.
It was certainly a great race to watch. Do you think that dirty air was the reason that you didn't quite have the pace that Jack did? What was giving him the edge?
I think Jack's been in a different league all weekend, so well done to him, but I think if we had less dirty air, maybe I would have been able to get past him, but you can't really say that if it didn't happen, so.
Well, you've had a string of strong results, and this certainly bodes well going into Donington, so congratulations. Robert, what a thrilling race you put on for us today. Can you talk to us a little bit about that pack of 3 that formed and how you managed that risk?
Yeah, no, it was a nice race. Got off to a decent start, kind of let Archie by. Had a bit of contact with at turn 4. So then Archie got by, but then we made a mistake and Cameron got past us as well, just before the pit stop. But then the team done a massive job in the pit stop, and we kind of got them both in the pit stop. And then it was just a case of really holding it from there.
Do you think that the strategy gives you a bit of an advantage there?
Oh, definitely. So it got us 2 places really. So no, it's all thanks to the team really. I kind of screwed us over, and
it just goes to show how many factors go into a good race result, with the pit stop, with the longer race. Now, towards the end of the race there, we started to see a little pack of 3 forming up with 2 drivers right on your tail. Did you ever start wishing for the finish line to come a little bit sooner?
Not really. We kind of knew where you were strong and knew where you were weak. Probably stronger towards the second half of the lap, and then kind of weak at the start of the lap, but kind of just managing it from there.
Jack, what else is there to say? You were in a league of your own all weekend, and such a strong result for you.
Yeah, clean sweep for the weekend. Can't do much better than that. I think fastest lap in both races, double pole. I think I led every lap, so can't complain. Yeah, very good.
How adaptable did you have to be with the cars going off, with the pit stops, with the longer race, in such different conditions to yesterday as well?
Yeah, I think I just took the race in sections, so the start, just get a good start, get to the GP loop first, and away we go. I think once the tyres came in, I just got the gap further and further, and yeah, had a pretty sweet gap by the end of it.
You certainly did. Now, of course, the question on everyone's lips will be, does this mark the start of some dominating results for you going into Donington?
Yeah, we're definitely going to give it a good go. I mean, Donington's technically a different track. Make some changes to the car and see how we do, but don't change too much because it obviously works.
Colin, you have been going from strength to strength this season, now culminating in a P1 in the M class.
Yes, I didn't realise. I thought I was seeing P2 on the pit board, and I thought I was in P2 and just kept the space right and carried on. But it was quite a long race, really, and I found that quite tiring. It was late in the afternoon, like we're normally sort of up and get racing early, so it's been a bit different procedures for us, really. And we tried a few things with the car, and the car has been good all weekend. And I won in the British GTs last year here, so I thought I'd have to do well again here with this car.
Do you think your experience is what lended you to doing so well here this weekend? Obviously, there were a slew of factors up against you.
Yeah, a lot of them is trying too hard. They're cutting the corners so much and bringing the dust on the track. Then the next people hit the dust and slide around. I'm keeping off all those corners, which, okay, I'm not quite as fast, but it's more reliable.
So, Alex, you have had a really strong season, but this weekend particularly, you have just shone. Congratulations on a Pro-Am win.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Zentek Motorsport, my driver coach James Dorlin. He's always able to squeeze a bit of pace out of me and is able to make me as competitive as I can be. I'd also like to thank my sponsors, Camden Coffee Roastery, AM Streetcars and Whiskey Castle, as well as Greenlight Management for all the support they give me. It's incredible, especially for my first year. It feels like I'm getting so much support, and with Ginetta, which is such a great championship, they always seem to give me everything that I need to help me get better in every race.
That's such a lovely sentiment. Now, we know how difficult Brands Hatch is to drive. We saw people struggling on the Paddock Hill corner. How did you approach that?
I mean, at the start of the race, it was very sketchy. Obviously, our tyres are slightly colder earlier on in the race, but as it gets on, it was almost switched between too cold to almost too hot, and the tyres overheat. So we have to sort of manage how we come into the corners. If we're coming in a bit too hot, we need to slow it down. If we're coming in a bit too shallow, we need to open the corner up. It's all these things that the team and this championship teaches you is how to drive the car and sets you up for later steps in motorsport. It's probably one of the best stepping stones because it gives you time to improve and plenty of practice to work on those improvements.